And welcome to Granada Hills Center for Spiritual Living. And my name is Nancy Woods. I'm the assistant minister here. Reverend Mike is on a well-deserved vacation. So I want to welcome you all as we, to our Wednesday night Get Real and Heal service. And to help me with this evening service is one of our practitioners, Rosalie. And we start each service here with a ceremony in which we call Lighting the Flames of Faith. And so I welcome you to join us as we have a call to service. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people, all faiths, all sentient beings come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unified nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. So as Rosalie lights the first candle, is for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic tradition, honoring the beliefs and the practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of spirit in their lives and the space we are holding for them here at the center. And as Rosalie lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I surrender. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in God.
And as I know that God is good and God is all there is, that today we are blessed with conscious awareness of the presence of God, the presence of good in all of our lives. And we say yes to this truth. And as we consciously open up to become this truth and to absolutely receive the blessings, we say yes so deeply and completely, especially at this Center for Spiritual Living, where we live, move, and have our being in the conscious awareness of God, of the Christ consciousness, of the all good that is everywhere present, And we say yes to this truth so deeply and completely. We say yes to perfect health and wholeness. We say yes to abundance. We say yes to truth. And we say yes to our wonderful community of like-minded people here at the center. I say yes to this truth. I say yes to love. And together we can simply know this is happening even as I speak. And together we can say, and so it is. So one of my favorite things that happens at this center is we have groups of people who come together and study together. And we have recently been at a 12-week prosperity class, which has been so absolutely thrilling and abundant and wonderful for all of us. So I just wanted to, because I still am very much appreciative of that, I'll say a few words about this abundance. It's the universal principle is money is energy. It's about giving and receiving. Abundance is the energy in its flow. So we must open to allow this flow to come through us. We can steer it and we can direct it, and with openness and energy in the motion of where it should go. Because we are stewards of this energy. And to absolutely know this truth, we cultivate the mindset of sufficiency and abundance. And we do this by really radically celebrating what's the truth for us, what we have in this life. We celebrate in such a radical way that we nourish it by our celebration. We can write down our wealth and appreciate everything that happens in our life. We can rejoice in everyone's success, not just our own. And we can have all of that rejoicing that lives and moves and has its abundance in us. Now, in order to do this, we have to build the energy circuits in our body and our mind to sustain this abundance and express this abundance. We have to allow the flow within us to go to the max where it likes to flow. It's like a mighty river. And we have to let go of the tension that we create to hold it back. And that's part of our abundance. And we have to notice how the energy shifts with our consciousness of abundance. And so in order to do that, we have to have a sacred relationship with money and with all abundance in our lives, whether the abundance is money or whether it's in relationships or whether it's in the experience that we have or our health and wholeness. We have to care for it and treat it well. And money is like a sacred, blessed relationship that we have and that we can allow it to be. If we schedule time with our sacred relationship, with money or with abundance, we respect it and bless the energy, and we encourage the growth by having savings accounts or learning how to invest or whatever it takes. We know that we are in the beautiful sacred relationship with this abundance. And so this is the kind of thing that we so abundantly celebrate at the Center for Spiritual Living here. And so I just have to say that I appreciate being here. I appreciate all of you. And thank you for letting me share.
Announcements. Was it any announcements up there?
We have some announcements. You can have a practitioner 2-minute tune-up that happens if you come online, or you can go to the website and you can find a practitioner and give them a call. We're blessed to have our youth church back in function. Thank you to Reverend Nicole. It happens every first, second, and third Sundays at the 10:30 service. And we also welcome back our young adult program that happens on the first Sunday of the month at 11:45. Thank you to Reverend Nicole also. So,
And thank you, Rosalie. Rosalie and I were in the same class. So I was just thinking about how nice it's been. For 12 weeks, we've been kind of prayer partners, and we get on these phone calls that's supposed to be 5 or 10 minutes, and we get off a half an hour later. So it's, you're right, it is a nice experience to share about prosperity and abundance. And we talked a little bit about money, but I think ours was a lot more about our lives and how wonderful it is to have those around you encouraging you and supporting you, and knowing that we are living in an environment where we can have that kind of experience. And that's kind of what Rosalie is talking about with this center. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about tonight, I get up here, I used to have this idea, I'm going in this book and I'm going to talk to you about something in the book. And somehow my spirit just kind of tells me to lay the book down. Because recently, I've experienced some really kind of eye-opening revelations about spiritual growth. And I'm finding that there are a lot of avenues and a lot of things opening up for you to learn about spirituality and spiritual growth. I mean, the internet has all kinds of things that are coming on it that are coming on in abundance. But I am impressed with the volume of groups that are starting trying to feed spiritual information. One of the things that I find about that is that there are many paths and many ways in which spirituality is being shared between people. But where it used to be just a church experience kind of, or some particular philosophical group, I'm finding that there are people that are looking for ways to just share their understanding, their awareness of spirituality. More school programs are having classes and that type of program. So one of the things that has helped me recently is to kind of observe this type of information as it's been shared, and look at it from a place of being open at the top, and then as far as my consciousness is concerned, to see where the different paths and how they are presenting it. And I'm finding it quite amazing how, even though the words are different, the terms are different, they all seem to be saying basically the same thing. And there are certain components of this, things like love. Love is always a part of it, of course. Being compassionate, some of them say empathetic, but I think mostly I'm hearing people saying be compassionate, have compassion for your fellow man. Being kind to others, harmony, and joy and beauty. These basic qualities, and if you think about in this philosophy itself, I think a lot of those are listed in some of the books that we study. Thomas Short, in particular, gave these characteristics of spirit, and each group has their take on it, how it looks. But more than anything, is encouraging to realize that spirituality has caught on as a part of our development, mental, physical, and other ways have been taught in schools. But spirituality was not considered a part of the components that everybody has to reach. I think Kenny, remember his name, I think it's Carl Jung, that said that by a certain point you have to have some kind of spiritual feeding. So for me, working with the idea that there's a spiritual component within myself in which I am reaching for or opening myself up to experience, I began to understand that when I share from that place of being aware of that spirit, the words that come forth from almost like I hear the words before I say the words. I can almost feel the words before they come out. And so it has caused me to be a little bit more hesitant before I put things out there. And I realized that being aware of that spiritual presence within me, when words come up in my consciousness that seem to be in contrast, it's something in me that kind of wants to pull back and not say them. And I often read that spirit flows with it, and the spirit is not necessarily reaching at its sense of flowing if in contrast. So when you think about a presence that is all-powerful, all-knowing, and everywhere present, that brought everything into being, it kind of comes up that why would it even need to have a conflict? Or why would it even need, because it can bring whatever it is seeking into expression. So it has caused me to also begin to wonder when I'm in conflict, if I feel like I'm not in harmony with something in my environment, it's time for me to be quiet and be still and reevaluate where I'm coming from. The other thing that it comes up when I'm reaching out for someone else, and I'm reaching out from the place of anything of feeling sorry or feeling saddened, that I have to reevaluate my own consciousness again. Because I realize that I often feel like when I'm feeling loving, I find that things come up for me to do for other people, but I do it from a place of knowing that the person's going to be all right anyway, or knowing that the person has everything they need anyway. And me coming in to help is not so much as I ain't got to do something for this person, but I'm getting an opportunity to have an increased flow of that energy, spiritual energy, through me. And that's totally different from making things all right for someone else. But I see it because I realize that this way of being and thinking this way has become stronger because I have began to understand and appreciate and feel that unity of the divine within me. And I feel like the words that the thoughts and the things that are coming forth are coming more from that place now than ever before. And I don't feel like I have to make it in any other way. I feel like I am opening myself up to experience this more and more. And each relationship I have gives me an opportunity to experience that awareness. And it's also knowing that this is an infinite presence gives me some kind of sense that there is no perfection to arrive at. There is no place that I have to get, but that this is a journey of learning and understanding and experiencing life. And I really feel like the world is more aware of this than ever before. I guess that comes from me saying I'm aware of it more than ever before. But I think that there are more people that are beginning to feel their presence and coming from the wisdom of their heart rather than the wisdom and the imprint of societies, all these things that have been taught to us. And it's not throwing away the society things. It's more or less gaining an awareness to how to work with what is going on around us, how to be with the people and the world as it is in such a way that the presence that I'm willing to bring is a presence of love and a presence of peace and harmony. And that would be my journey. Well, not only my journey, but the journey that I am willing to share. I'm seeking to share more and more with others. I think that when Reverend Mike asked me to do this evening, to be the one to lead the meditation, I really wanted to open up, whether you here tonight or whether you are online, to open it up to the idea of sharing this awareness, sharing this understanding in a silent meditation. Just sit with it, be with it as much as we can in our minds, and knowing that this is a unified experience that we are doing here. And I'm looking at the people that are in the room with me, and I'm saying, oh yeah, this is perfect for us to do together. I really feel that the more that we can bring this into a conscious manifest feeling and sensation or awareness, that the more it is present for everybody. And that's what we could do together. And so as we unite in this meditation tonight, I was thinking that would be our focus. And see if I just experience sharing our conscious understanding of spirit itself from the heart. Okay. I forgot I had a mic here. All right, so I want everybody to just get comfortable and just relax in our chairs and first of all, let's sense ground in ourselves, because this spiritual awareness is here with us, right where we are. earth is a part of that. So the grounding is where we want to start, knowing that we are part of this earth, part of the soil and the trees and the rocks and the air, all that the earth. I feel like the earth is really alive. So as we feel this presence, this earth it's taking care of us, and we feel one with it. And as we feel our connection, our grounded with the earth itself, and we recognize that we are reaching out from the heart, that divine center, that core of our being. This is where we're reaching, and we're reaching from it, knowing that His presence is all around us, and it pours through us as us. And we have gathered this energy into this physical form of our bodies. And as we bless this wondrous manifestation of our physical appearance, knowing that the infinite wisdom that brought him together in cells, that every cell, every aspect, every part of this body is the wonder of the universe saying yes to being alive. And we open our minds and our imagination, knowing that it is one of the gifts of being. And imagine the infinite light of being just flowing in abundance and love, not only through us, but as us. And in this sense of being aware that I am that, I am. Feel the love, the beauty, and the wonder of being spirit, of being the divine presence, of being the love, being the joy. always with a sense of gratefulness. We join back into together consciously in this room. Join with a sense of true appreciation. Appreciating the idea and awareness that we are. Spirits means to be. We are united in the awareness that this love this sense of wholeness of letting go and letting everything flow. Flow from that place in our hearts. A place of understanding and appreciate the wonder of life itself. The I am. Comes through as a unity between the heart, the mind, and the physical manifestation of who and what we are. We let this energy of love that we are sensing, not only in ourselves, but all around us, the wholeness of knowing the truth, the wholeness that comes with knowing the truth. That everything is spirits in expression. And as we do this thing we call living life to its fullest, we live it from a place of being aware that our thoughts are the molds through which the infinite intelligence pours in and brings the newness of being into expression. And our physical being is a gifted opportunity to be a ways and means for the cutting edge of spirit to bring newness in expression through the creative flow that comes out of each and every experience as it unfolds, things that manifest and come into expression. The golden nuggets of Spirit's flow in our lives. It is with us true appreciation and heartfelt thankfulness that we allow ourselves to accept and embrace each and every opportunity to express the abundance of being in relationships, the abundance of being creative, living our ideas of newness, the wonderful wholeness, sense of wholeness that comes with knowing that we willingly participate in all the activities of life around us. Embracing the idea that our bodies, our physical form, is the love in expression. Letting go and allowing it to be that which we trust, embrace, and hold our wholeness, hold ourselves in alignment with the idea and awareness that the infinite presence is allowing us to create the loving ideas, the desires of our heart. And as we bring these things into expression, to being healthy, loving, creative beings, there is a harmony that radiates through every thought, every activity, every action. There's a joy in knowing who and what we are. And as we gather ourselves tonight in this awareness, in such a way, we can go forth to let it be expressed by every step, every thought, every activity. The acknowledgement comes from all of us as we join together in saying, and so it is, and so be it. Thank you. Thank each and every one. And thank everybody. And we here at the Center for Spiritual Living welcome you to come and join us again on Sundays. We have service at 9 o'clock and at 10:30. Our youth church and our young adult is active, so we appreciate it and appreciate all. And we lovingly welcome you to walk through these doors and join us. And with that, I say thank you and good night.